Hey, what's up? I'm Dave Boyer, aka Mr. Boyer, aka the Swamp Man, in Portland, Maine, on a road trip in the summer 2019 here, and stopped in Portland for the night. Came out here to the Portland Headlight. Figured you couldn't hear me when that wave was coming in anyway, so I thought I'd show it to you. But behind us, hopefully you can see the lighthouse there. Really gorgeous lighthouse, really beautiful night here. Went for a little walk on this trail called the Cliff Walk, and scrambled down some rocks to get close to the ocean here with the waves coming in. But I thought I'd show you a tide pool. So as the tides change, the moon's gravity is affecting tides as well as the sun's gravity, but as the moon and the sun pull the oceans towards our area of Portland, Maine here, and the levels of the water start to go up, and then they go back down 6 hours later as the low tide comes in, it leaves behind these little pools of water. I'll show you one here. Starting to get a little late in the evening, so the lighting's probably not that good to look at a lot of the details of it, but as we think of ecosystems and the movement of energy through ecosystems, we always have to keep in mind that the primary source of all energy on the planet is the sun. We don't often think of marine ecosystems as having a lot to do with the sun. We usually associate sunlight with like trees that are doing photosynthesis, but there's lots of ocean plants and organisms that do photosynthesis as well. So just in this tide pool, we can see a lot of seaweed. There's examples of kelp around as well that I've seen along the shore. And there's phytoplankton. These are small microscopic organisms that can do photosynthesis. So within this tide pool, you got those photosynthesizing organisms that are taking the energy from the sunlight and converting it into glucose to grow. And then other organisms can eat that and feed off of that. So we get a lot of snails and clams. Try to show you some of those real quick. Hopefully that was a pretty good look at some of the organisms that are here in this tide pool. So those primary consumers there, they're going to feed off of the photosynthesizing organisms. They then become the basis of the next level of the food chain. And you can have some secondary consumers that come in and eat those. In this area, it could be birds. There's a lot of seabirds around here. I've also seen a lot of crabs and skeletons of crabs that are along the shore right here. So this basis of the sun converting its energy through photosynthesizing organisms into glucose becomes the food that everything in the oceans needs. And then we work our way up bigger and bigger and bigger. Actually earlier, right up by the lighthouse, we saw a whale a couple of times. Even organisms as big as a whale, they ultimately get their energy from sunlight, from eating the things that make their energy from doing photosynthesis. It's really cool to see examples like that. I'm going to give you one more look at this tide pool, and then I'm going to try to head further down the cliff walk and see what else I can find. And then a last look at the Portland Headlight back there behind me. Hope you enjoyed it. Just wanted to stop and share it with you and tell you that science rocks. Peace.